Welcome back. And now to France, where security services have shot dead a man who attacked people with a knife at the main train station in Marseille in the south of the country. Well, let's get more details on this from our correspondent, Charlotte Dubinsky. Well, hi there, Lotte. What more do we know at this point?
Well, we know that 2 women were killed in that attack which took place in the city of Marseille in the south of France. Now, that attack took place at the main train station in Marseille at Saint-Charles. And we understand that one of the women who was killed by this attacker wielding a knife actually had her throat slit. That's coming from official sources on the ground. Now, we also understand from passers-by who witnessed this heinous crime, this act of terror as it's now being treated here in France, that the man who was wielding that knife actually shouted out Allah Akbar, this is God is great. And we understand that the soldiers who were patrolling that train station in Marseille were able to shoot the knife-wielding attacker immediately. That man is now dead. So 2 people dead, 2 women, including one who had her throat slit, according to officials on the ground. Now, this is the latest attack that's being treated as a terrorist incident here in France, so serious that as soon as word emerged of this particular attack, that the French Interior Minister said that he was going to go directly to Marseille. And we have heard from some officials on the ground that this attack could have been far more extreme had it not been for the fact that soldiers were patrolling that station at the time and were able to quickly take out and shoot dead the man who carried out that attack. Now, those soldiers are part of soldiers around 7,000 who've been deployed across the country as part of an operation to secure and safeguard main hubs like transport areas or tourist areas, as France has been under increasing attacks by terrorist groups for the last few years, since 2015, since the January of 2015. So, coming up to almost 3 years now, the country has been on high alert since the offices of the satirical magazine Charlie Hebdo were attacked, where 12 people were killed. And then the country's been in a state of emergency now for almost 2 years after that night in Paris where many people killed in a series of coordinated attacks. This incident now, which is being treated as a terror incident, is just the latest in a long string of smaller incidents that we've seen this year in France. But it means now that more than 200 people have been killed in the country in terror attacks since 2015. But the latest information is that 2 women have been killed following an attack in the city of Marseille. 1 woman had her throat slit. The perpetrator of that attack was killed by police, and the French prosecutors have now launched an anti-terror probe into this attack.
Indeed, worrying times. France correspondent Charlotte Dubinsky, thank you very much.